I was on mute. All right, but let's start that over again. All right, so welcome to the pregame show, people. Um, I have a guy, Wyatt from Cheesehead TV. He's going to be joining us in a little bit, and he's going to give us the laydown from the tailgating spot. You know what I mean? But I got the mic on now. If you want to check it. But we're in this thing now. But big shout to Quick Trip sponsor the show. Everyone knows doing the Packers points. I made a video. Everyone go like that video. You know what I mean? Go comment on that thing. But every dollar you spend at Quick Trip, you get a Packers point. You use Packers points to win some cool prizes. They even got one of those coolers that you can drive around. You know, they got a little remote control. It's pretty epic. I'm gonna win that thing. But we're gonna talk about Screen Packers versus the Detroit Lions. My voice isn't up to par. I'm not going to go live during the game today. That's why I'm not down by training camp because I got sick. There's no way my voice will handle it for 3 hours. So I'm on IR, kind of. But yeah, I'm excited about this game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a battle. You know, it's going to be this is a tough team. This is like both these teams. Like this is what they're. You know, are we built for this? You know, take that spot, take that little edge. I think the Packers have it, you know. They're at home. Lions are a good team. I ain't saying that it's going to be like a blowout. I think I have the score like 27-23 or something like that. I forget what score I gave them. But let me see your score predictions. Let me know in the chat what you think. I'll throw them on the screen. We'll talk about this thing. But I expect Rashawn Gary to have a big game. Aaron Jones is playing. Christian Watson is playing. I don't think David Bakhtiari is playing. He's out. I see a lot of people saying thoughts on Bakhtiari. I think the thing with Bakhtiari is it's a rough thing because they signed him that deal. He got hurt and they were kind of handcuffed. People say, well, cut him, trade him. There's no one to trade him to. You cut him, you lose too much money. So they had to just try to get the most that they can get out of him until they can, you know, make that decision. But it's a rough situation with David Bakhtiari. He's a great player when he's on the field. But that injury that tore him up. Could be. All right, we got this. Gonna be a Lions blowout. I don't see that at all. I don't see any situation where the Packers get blown out at home. But you know, could be go the other way. You know what I mean? 35-17 Packers. Jared says, yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I think these teams are both pretty even, both missing some dudes. I heard that the Lions are missing some offensive line weapons, and the Packers obviously missing David Bakhtiari. But I think Rashawn Gary's going to have a day. I think this defense is going to have a day. I think these guys are jacked up, that come from behind victory. That was a beautiful thing, too. You know what I mean? But, yeah, and I'm not, like, no one's saying, like, I had a few Lion fans. We were going back and forth, and I was like, and like, you just think we're going to blow, you know. First of all, Lion fans just took the bags off their head like a year or two ago. Now they're not real good at talking trash. They try, but like I'm not even talking trash because I think the Lions are a good team. I think that Packers are going to win though. I think the Packers are the best team in the NFC North, which is what I said this whole offseason. So I don't know. Lion fan, no, Alexander, from what I heard, is probably not playing today. That the last that I heard. Like, don't quote me on that because I forget. But I was looking through it before. Was he really? Was David Bakhtiari placed on IR? Is that something that just happened? I saw people say it. I thought they were just saying. I don't know. I don't want to go on Twitter while I'm doing this because that won't be fun for anyone to watch. But yeah, I don't see it, but I'll check it out. Oh yeah, right here. The Packers are placing All-Pro left tackle David Bakhtiari on injury reserve, knocking him out at least the next 4 games. But given his knee situation, it's unclear when or if Bakhtiari will return this season. That's wild. So Bakhtiari was put on IR, which means he can't play for the next 4 games. I don't know if they're hopeful that after 4 games they're going to get some out of him. But yeah, that's actually surprising because I thought that he was going to, you know, get past that. I'm going to say past it, but be in a little better situation this season, but not the case. So, yeah, David Bakhtiari placed on IR. You know, we'll see what that means if he's out for the year. Like, is his career over, or is it going to be 4 games? And they think they just, you know, he just needs those 4 games to get back. Yeah, that's a kind of a surprising situation there, David Bakhtiari. But Aaron Jones coming back is going to be key, especially for my fantasy team. I'm not doing good in fantasy football, and you wonder with Aaron Jones how much he'll touch the ball. I don't think he's going to be on like a crazy snap count. I think that when they think he can play, like he's going to play. I mean, I think that they might take it a little bit easy on him. But I don't think that he's going to be in there for like such a limited amount that it won't affect the game. I think that for running back, you got to have that groove. You got to have that rhythm. So I think that they'll have him getting a good amount of snaps here. Hershey says, what else is new when it comes to David? We need to ride it out. Really sucks with becoming the norm. Yeah, and that's kind of what it is like the Packers are in a situation. There's not much they can do. Everyone's saying trade him. Like, to who? Who's trading for a hurt player? Like, no one is going to do that. And it's unfortunate the Packers gave him all that money because he's, the best at his position at the time. And ever since then, he's got hurt. But it's not like it's his fault. People act like he meant to get hurt. Like, he had a catastrophic knee injury. And the Packers just tried to get the best that they could out of him because you can't, if you can't cut him, there's a cap penalties. There's all these things. It's worse to do that. So that's why I think that they're in a situation. It is frustrating as a fan, though. Linda says, I'm from Wisconsin. They don't show the network at all. Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC. Well, that's rough. I don't know where that is. Yeah, I think Bakhtiari is probably going to be probably his last season. I don't know the cap situation, but I think that next season is a season where they can relieve some of that. I'm not no cap know-it-all, but I know that there's big cap situations with that contract that he signed. It sucks that he got hurt. The Packers, that was some bad luck. You sign a guy to big money, and then he gets a catastrophic injury right there. Jake says, hope to see Preston Smith getting after it more. Hasn't been the same since Za'Darius left. No, I think Preston's been doing a good job. I feel like he's been louder. He's been a good leader in that locker room. I think he's a good part of this defense. I love me some Preston Smith. Yeah, the Packers game tonight is on Amazon Prime, for those who don't know. Hopefully most people can watch it. Rashawn Gary is going to be huge tonight. Dude, Rashawn Gary is such a baller. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the motor on this dude is just insanity. He doesn't stop. He's barely on the field. Every time he's on the field, he's making impact. 3 sacks last week. I forget the percentage of the snaps he was in. He wasn't in a whole lot of snaps. Just in a couple minutes here, we're going to have Wyatt join me. He's down at the Packers training camp. I think he said he's going to be down in Lot 1. I'm going to have him show everyone around, like show everyone what's going on down there, see what kind of footage we can get from him. Be like, Johnny on the spot, a reporter on the street over there. But here we go. I got the free 1 month Prime channel just for tonight's game. Go Pack Go. Yeah, I think that's an option. You can take that. There's like a trial. I got Prime anyways, so we're gonna be all right. But what's the weather like in Green Bay? All right, I can show you that real quick. I got it. Like right now it's 67 degrees. Well, I gotta look at. But I think tonight, I think tonight it's probably gonna be around the 60s. That's what I would gather. But I don't want to open the whole app because I don't want to take too much time. But yeah, I would assume right around the 60s, right in there. But I'm excited. Hopefully Wyatt will jump in here in a second. And we'll get after this thing. I'm going to text him real quick. I think it'll be cool for him to show you what's all going down there at Lot 1. You know what I mean? No, I believe Campbell is out. I believe he is out. I think he's one of the guys that were ruled out early on. What do you think? We get bringing up here. What do you think a high-scoring game at? I don't think it's going to be that high-scoring. It could be, because sometimes it's the opposite of what I think. But I think I got the Packers 27, Lions 23, if I remember right. But yeah, I think it'll be right there in the 20s. I don't think it's going to be like a crazy shootout. I'd be all right with it though, dude. I think Jordan Love has proven that he hasn't had a shootout yet, but he had that come from behind, that Falcons game, the fourth quarter, everyone's kind of down on him, but then he came back the next week. I mean, they didn't do a lot throughout most of the game, but then that fourth quarter, they went on strong. So I think Jordan Love is slowly showing all the tools he got. And some of the throws that he's making is just ridiculous. All right, here we go. How you think Watson is going to play tonight? Now, that's an interesting question because I think will they have him come back and just like full on strong? Or are they going to have him, in and out and playing different positions? Some other guys been picking up the pieces. So are they going to who are they going to short? I think it'll be interesting to see how they play him. But I think Watson's a freak athlete, and when he's on the field, the Packers are better. But there's other guys. Romeo Doubs has shown that he can do it. There's there's other guys out there too. But Watson, 2 touchdowns tonight. I like it. Actually, I would prefer Aaron Jones to get all the touchdowns. And actually, that'd be all right because I got Jordan Love. I got Jordan Love in my fantasy. I don't think his throws are weak, dude. There was a pass last week, guy in his face. Jordan Love went back to throw. I posted a video of this. When he threw this ball, the receiver wasn't even he wasn't even a spot where he could almost caught it. He was covered up, didn't even make his break yet. Threw it at the right speed so that receiver could come around, and right there, the Jordan Love throws are not weak. Jordan Love can throw the football. I mean, some people just don't want to believe that. I get it, but that's just what it is. It's going to be 38-17 Packers. They about to wake up. They still sleeping. Yeah, dude. I kind of agree with one point is that I could see if this team, got Watson back, got Aaron Jones back. If this offense plays at their full potential, then they could go off. But I don't think the Lions are no slouches either. But I think that at some point this team is going to get it all together at the same time, and they're going to make it pop. And right here, Reed is an absolute dog. He is that dude. I think that the Packers got some great young wide receiver talent. And think about all the guys that the Packers have been missing, and they're still doing it. They weren't perfect. They didn't always look so clean, but the Packers have done it without Watson, missing Aaron Jones a little bit. And so when they get all these guys back, I think it's gonna be great. If Wyatt is gonna bounce in this thing. We'll see. He probably got caught up, he's he's out there tailgating and whatnot. But yeah, Dobbs, they got a lot of good stuff. Kenny Clark, I love the way he's playing. This defense can get after it. I think that's a key thing to any game. You could say is any week is the defense has to get after the quarterback. Same thing the other way. The Packers have to protect Jordan Love. Can't have guys get in his face. But if the Packers can not even have to get sacks, because I tweeted, I said Rashawn Gary might have 5 sacks today. I just love how Rashawn Gary plays, and but yeah, I think this defense just get after it. And here's a great one too, Musgrave. He's got a huge upside, dude. He does. I feel like Jordan Love and him sometimes are not always on the same page, or passes ain't always right there. But once they figure that thing out, like Musgrave, like go down the center of the field, that dude's got some wheels on him. He can get open, and I can't wait to see like just the future. I think they got a great tight end in Musgrave. I think he's going to be a big time tight end. Yep, got Watson and Jones officially in for tonight. They are. I mean, according to reports. So it's like not a guarantee. Like something could happen in warmups. But from what everyone is saying, the people that have the inside information, I think it was Tom Pelissero. I suck at names, but you know who I'm talking about. I think he's the one that reported it this morning. Love's first 2 weeks, he had a QBR over 110. After last week, it went to 94.7. His QBR last week was 66.2%. Yeah, I mean, like if you look at all the numbers, that's all fine. But like what he did in that fourth quarter. And like people, I think when people talk about Jordan Love, they try to talk about Jordan Love like he's some like veteran quarterback. Like this is his first season being that dude, so he's not going to be perfect in every situation. But he's got his team at 2-1. A lot of people said the Packers are going to win 5 games this year. Remember, everyone said Jordan Love sucks. They're going to win 5 games this year. Well, they're 2-1, and a big part of that was last week was Jordan Love helping out with that comeback. Again, like the comeback can't happen without the defense either, because no team has ever come back ever in history without a defense stopping them, because you can't come back if you don't stop the other team from scoring. That's just kind of how that works. But I think Jordan Love has done his part. I think he has played better than a lot of people thought he was gonna. But yeah, there you go. I won't be live for the game because my voice is jacked up. There's no way I could talk for 3 hours straight. My voice, like right now, and even just talking continually, my throat starts to get a little hurt, whatever. And not in that, but it's gonna start getting squeaky. It's gonna start. It's gonna start, sniffles and stuff. I don't know. Nobody wants to hear that for 3 hours straight. You know what I mean? But the weather in Green Bay tonight looks like it's gonna be like in the 60s. I see someone else asking that. The Saints quit being aggressive and still almost won, but they didn't. They lost. They lost the game the same way the Packers lost the week before the Falcons. That's the thing. Everyone talking about the Packers and the Falcons. Oh, the Packers choked it out, this and that, couldn't hold it. The Falcons won. And then the next week the Packers do it, and they're like, oh, the Saints stopped playing aggressive. Okay, so no matter what, it's just the Packers don't get credit. I see you. I see you. Honey in your old fashioned will fix your throat. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I don't know. I might try some. I see the Lions beating you guys just like the last game of the season last year. Our defense is way better, and we have a huge run game, and our wideouts are amazing. All right, I don't think that they're gonna win, but on this show everyone gets a voice. But yeah, I do think that the Lions defense is good. I thought the Saints defense was good too. And Atlanta had a killer running game. So I get like the Lions do have a good running game. So that's kind of what would worry you, because they weren't able to stop the run when they needed to. You know what I mean? So, but I'm still not too worried. I think the Packers can handle this. Aaron Jones is back. Like the Packers have more weapons than they had last week. Aaron Jones is going to come out, you say, making a statement game. Aaron Jones always wants to make a statement. Aaron Jones just doesn't want to be in there. He wants to be a big factor in the game. So I think that he'll be, all right, here we go. Dude, come on now. They beat the Bears. The Packers could do that. The Falcons are rebuilding, and so are the Saints. The Packers haven't played anyone yet. So that's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the Packers do. You'll never give credit. That's what I'm talking about. All these Jordan Love haters and all these Packer haters, some of them are even Packer fans. Doesn't matter what they do. Everyone predicted the Bears to beat the Packers. Beginning of the season, Justin Fields, MVP, Packers swat them. They're like, and I get it. The Bears are trash. I was saying it. I told everybody this whole offseason the Bears were trash. Like, no. They're going to beat the Packers. Packers handled them. The Falcons, they beat the Packers. They had a great running game. They have that great young running back. And the Packers are in I wouldn't say a rebuild, but they're like in a reload. They got a new quarterback, first year starting. They're 2-1. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're the best team in the league, but I'm saying that they're a good football team. And I think that they're the best team in the NFC North, and I think they'll win the NFC North. So like, I don't know. I don't know. People, I don't know what the Packers would have to do. Maybe, if they're like 10-3, then maybe we'll get some credit. I don't know. When is the last time the Lions were in the playoffs? Like, for real. The Lion fans just took the bags off their head like 2 years ago. They were embarrassed. You couldn't find a Lions fan a couple years ago. I respect Lion fans because they are loyal, but they got real quiet. You didn't see them on social media. They were still representing. So I'll give Lion fans credit. But, like, don't act like there was no Lions fans, like, trolling me for my whole time doing the social media stuff that I've been doing. Never had Lion fans come after me. Now that they get chirpy. You know what I mean? And it's funny to me. And I like it because now I kind of say, so honest question, who wins the division? I definitely think the Packers win the division. I said that before the year, and I still stand by it. But I think that the Bears and the Lions kind of switch spots. Now the Bears are that embarrassing team that you almost feel sad for. But I'll never feel sad for the Bears because I hate the Bears. So like, I always had a soft spot for the Lions. I would never root for them or nothing. But I felt bad for Lion fans because they were out there. They were out there representing. But and it didn't seem like their ownership even cared to even try to win. And we got Wyatt over here. You might be having some struggles. Let's see what he says here. All right, but Yeah, he's gonna be late. We'll see if I'm still on when he gets over there. I'm not sure how long we're doing this, but I've never seen someone make so much doing so little. Not even just him. It's been a big league problem these last 2 years. Maybe it's time to write in more clauses for those massive contract players who can't deliver. I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, if a guy gets hurt, we're not going to pay him." I mean, you can't put that in contracts. Like, you can't do that at my job. Like, hey, well, you give that much money. If you get hurt, you're out of here. There's got to be some protection for players. But it's unfortunate when a player has that type of injury like David Bakhtiari has. What is up, Joey? All you need is love. I would sing that right now, but my voice will not allow that to happen. I mean, my voice on a regular day isn't going to allow that to happen. But yeah, I don't even think. Here we go. That's the wrong one. I got the wrong one up there. Oh, I think I lost it now. All right, pretty sure Vikings and Bears would take 2-1 right now. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why they're all like coming at me, like all on my page. Not even Bears fans as much, but Viking fans are chirping. It's like, bro, you're 0-3. 0-3. Probably about to be 0-4. And I picked the Vikings and they still lose. And I still won't root for them. That's another thing, too. Viking fans will root for the Lions. I see Viking fans on my comments saying, "Go Lions." And I'm like, "Oh, you're a Lions fan now." Like, no, I'm a Vikings fan, but they're playing the Packers, so I'm a fan of theirs. Like, I would never do that. Yeah, I root against the Vikings and the Bears and the Lions and all that, but I would never in my life say out loud, "Go Lions." Ever in my life. Well, you've never heard it. I would never say it. I might quietly, like, if the two rivals are playing each other, someone's got to lose. You want the better team to lose, a team that's probably more of a threat in the NFC North. That's only the Lions, because everyone else, like, they can't even win a game. But I would never be out here like, "Go Vikings." Like, yeah, that's crazy talk to me. You keep those thoughts inside your head. You know what I mean? But oh man. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this thing up, because I might pop on again if we can get a hold of Wyatt, and I'll pop on and get some footage from him over at tailgating. But go Pack, go, people.